Hi, I'm Graham and welcome back to Man vs Film. This is first of two Blu Ray pickup videos I did this month. I have went a little crazy and bought a lot this month, and you know, when I looked at what I've picked up a lot of Arrow movies, primarily down to HMV's 5 for £30 Arrow collection that they're selling off just now, and you know what, there was just a lot I had to pick up, most of which I haven't seen. There's a couple that I have seen. I picked up one on eBay, I picked up a new release, and I picked up a limited edition one that I got off eBay that I just didn't think I would ever be able to get my hands on, but I managed it. So let's just dive into these 13 Arrow pickups that I've got this month. First up, I have the Count Yorga collection. I don't really know too much about this one. I think it's a kind of take on Dracula. It's two movies for one, which appeals to the bargain hunter in me. And you know what, it's probably one I don't really know anything about at all, but I'm curious enough to have picked it up. Next up is Coffee. I have this thing about certain blaxploitation movies. There's some of them I really like. I like Pam Grier. I like her a lot in this sort of age when she was doing these kind of movies. Again, it's one that I've heard about. I've never actually had a chance to sit down and watch until Arrow came along. And this one has got the booklet for those that are curious. I can feel it inside. I can see it if I look close enough. And this is one of these movies that when her sister is put in hospital, she goes out for revenge, bloody revenge against all these people that wronged her sister. Typical story for these kind of movies, but I'm just hoping it's got some cool visuals, some cool one-liners, and just a whole lot of fun. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Osborne. This is a take on the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde story, and I'm a big fan of that storyline. I've watched so many iterations of it. This is one I've never seen. Udo Kier as Dr. Jekyll. I quite like him, so I'm interested to check this one out. I haven't heard anything about this, but you know, it's Jekyll and Hyde. I kind of have a rough idea of the story. Lucio Fulci's House by the Cemetery. House by the Cemetery. I've put the cover up here. Do you see it? It just looks ridiculously awesome. Big fan of Fulci. Thanks to Arrow, who've released a few of his movies and ones that I've picked up. Just hoping for good gore, some nice scares, some nice atmosphere, a low budget aesthetic, but it just feels a little bit grandiose in that. The kind of thing that Fulci has been doing, that really gore. I want more of that. Dead End Drive-In. I thought this one was a horror movie, and when I was checking out the trailers, I was surprised to find that it's a kind of dystopian future where a kind of community has formed around this drive-in theatre, where it's, I think it's almost like a prison-like thing, and somebody ends up in there by mistake and has to sort of fight to survive. It looks like a kind of cheap Mad Maxy type of thing about it. It's done by a big blaxploitation sort of guy. I'm interested and curious. Check out the trailer on YouTube. It just looks that kind of wild and wacky movie that most people would have forgot about or just never checked out. It just looks so much fun. Day of Anger starring Lee Van Cleef. It is a spaghetti western. Now this one is a limited edition one. It's one that I bought off eBay at a really good, really cheap price. It comes with the booklet and it's a 3-disc set. It has the original movie and it has like a shortened international version of the movie. I'm a huge spaghetti western fan. I've only seen sort of like the main players. There's some movies that I haven't seen, like this one, that I'm really looking forward to checking out, and especially as it has Lee Van Cleef, which is always a plus point for me. Hell Comes to Frogtown. I remember back when I was at school a friend talking about this movie, and it just sounded ridiculous. It sounded like something he had made up, and then I noticed it myself, but I could never quite pull the trigger on picking it up. And when it first came out in Arrow, it sold out pretty soon, and they've reissued it again, thank goodness, and I've managed to pick it up. It stars Rowdy Piper of the WWF fame back then, and he was in They Live, which is a huge fan of that movie, and it just looks crazy. I have no idea what they're going for with the plot in this one. It looks again like a little bit like Mad Max and Beyond Thunderdome one. I just don't know. It's got giant frogs, humanoid frogs, and it's bonkers. But I'm actually really curious about checking this one. That's why it's halfway up my list, because it's one that I really do want to get to pretty soon. Microwave Massacre. Check out that picture. That's pretty much what just sold me on this movie. It sounds kind of crazy. It's about a worker who snaps and kills somebody and then sort of continues to cannibalise his body over the next few days, or at least that's what I'm getting from the back of this. It's got the usual Arrow treatment, so it's got like a 2K restoration that's done from that. It's got the trailer interviews, a treatment, audio commentary, original mono audio. It's got all these things. Most of these movies have these special features which make the Arrow movies such a bargain at that price. You get the movie, yep, you get it in the best quality, and you get all these extras as well. Satan's Blade, and another one that just with the title and with the poster art just made me go like, I need to see this. I love the 80s, I love slasher movies from the 80s. I have never heard of this. Group of people go to a cabin in the woods, they get killed. We've seen that storyline so many times, so I'm just hoping it's got some inventing kills in it. It's got all the usual kind of stuff in it. It's got 2 versions of the movie in various frame rates. It's got 185 to 143. Which is curious. I'll probably watch the 185 one when I check it out. The favourite thing about these movies is they're kind of comfort movies. I really do like slash movies. I just throw them on, can pay attention to them, you kind of laugh at them or you enjoy it, one or the other. I think they're all pretty terrific. This is only 83 minutes, so I'll zip by. Probably watch this back to back with Microwave Massacre, to be fair, because they're kind of similar-ish movies. And that is Matinee. Huge fan of Joe Dante. This, I remember seeing when it came out, it was a bit of a flop, but I caught it on like satellite TV and loved the hell out of it. It was just such a really nice tale. John Goodman playing a kind of William Castle type character, you know, the kind of person that tries to make the 4D cinema experience with things flying overhead or seats being shocked. And it's about Mant, if I remember correctly, half man, half ant, which I really wish they had kind of made that movie and put it on here as an extra. But the thing has lots of extras as it. It's got edited interviews with Joe Dante, discussion with Joe Dante about the movie, Mant, the full-length version of the film within the film. That's what I was just saying. I hope they had made that. They've actually done it on this. Oh man, I can't wait to check that out. I'm sure it's going to be awfully brilliant and bad at the same time. I didn't know that was on that. That has just made this purchase so worthwhile. It's got on-set footage. I mean, I can't believe we've got that Mant on here. It's got deleted scenes, original theatrical trailer. It's got Mant. Oh man, I should have put this higher on my list. I really like Richard Linklater's movie. There's a couple of his that I haven't gotten around to, and when you get a chance to pick them up on Blu Ray for this price, you just have to take it. Waking Life is one that I've not seen. I actually don't know anything about it, which is strange because when you have this fascination about a director, you usually delve into their work and find out what they've done and what these movies are like. So I don't know anything about Waking Life. I don't want to read the back. I don't want any preconceptions whatsoever. I've went this far without reading anything about it. I just want to check it out. One that I've seen, and I'm especially glad that I've picked it up now that I just watched the De Palma documentary, and that is Raising Cain. This is the limited edition set. And the thing that makes this a real curiosity for me is the third disc. This is what's limited about it. It is, De Palma's endorsed this recreation of the film by Pete Gilderbrand, who's reordered it, the movie, as it was originally planned to be done. So I'm really curious about that. I've seen Raising Cain a lot and I really like it. I think John Lithgow does a marvellous performance and I'm one of the people that kind of likes the hamminess of it. And then it's also got a video essay about the Raising Cain recut. So this is an essential buy for me, and the fact that I had Arrow Point sitting that I forgot all about and I picked it up for only a pound something, it's a no-brainer and one that I'm so glad to have in my collection. If you haven't seen Raising Cain, it's terrific. It's about a man with multiple personality disorder who just snaps one day and I'm not going to tell you anymore. It's just a terrific movie. Bride of Reanimator, a set that came out and I missed it and I thought I had gone forever. Turns out I hadn't. I managed to pick it up on eBay at a really good price. When I saw the original Reanimator, I wasn't enamoured with it. I didn't see it back in the 80s when it came out. I wish I had, because I may have had more love for it. But I'm growing to love it. I like it. I have never seen Bride of Reanimator, but it comes with this really snazzy comic, graphic novel of the movie, which is just terrific. If I knew at the time when this came out that that's what came with it, I would probably have bought it earlier. It's a limited edition set, and the Arrow limited edition sets are truly works of art. They've got something in them that just makes them that worth that extra money, and it is terrific. They go out of print really quickly, so to be able to get my hands on this at a price not much more than the original retail price, I'm over the moon with. It's a movie that I'm really looking forward to get to watch and to see some of that Reanimator just mayhem happen all over again. Man, it has been a lot of movies that I've picked up of these ones that I just really need to... Maybe I should take a sick day and just sit and binge watch them all one day. But the last one is The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. This has just come out in a limited edition. It's got a 4K restoration. It's got the DVD, original mono, Italian and English soundtracks. It's got a new audio commentary by Troy Howarth. It's got a visual essay. I'm not going to go through everything on this. It's got lots of stuff, and it's a limited edition set. It's from Arrow. It is worth the money, and it's these kind of things just fly out, especially anything with Argento's name on it. The guy's a sort of master of the giallo, and although I've not seen much of them, of what I've seen of Argento's stuff, I genuinely just love it. You can see why it's gathered such a cult following. So I'm just, you know, it's another one that I had to buy immediately. So that's added to the collection too. So that's the Arrow movies that I've picked up. As I said, there's going to be a link at the end of this, and you can go and see the 10 movies that Luke picked up, and some of my crossover there. Not too much, so there's some different things in his video if you want to check that out. And I'll see you tomorrow probably for the next Blu Ray pickup. It's non-Arrowy stuff, but it's just as many Blu Rays, and yeah, I seem to have a problem. But you can facilitate that problem for me if you want. So if you happen to see a really good deal, comment down below so that I can go and throw my hard-earned money. Just these Blu-rays that just keep coming at me that I can collect, that I've had so much I don't even have enough time to watch them all. But I'll continue to buy them, and I'll continue to make these videos if you just let me know about the deals. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.